How about Shimmy Shop? I can down to the brothers, your house, Shema, down by Shimmy Shop to the sisters. This is the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Gen.YAHANNA. Started out of Harlem, New York, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Preaching Officer Kanaka Bar. Tonight is going to be a twofold topic. I'm going to start off with voting, how voting is a sin. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, we're going to talk about how voting is a sin. And then we're going to switch it to how this is supposed to be one body. And we're going to go over that. All these different camps and churches and all this is being divided is a sin. We're all supposed to be in one body, one accord, one mind. We're going to get into the scriptures on some of that too. All right, so let's start with Exodus. If somebody grab Exodus, they can break it down. Go ahead and raise your hand. Keep on rocking.
Exodus 23, chapter 23, verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
Good night. Does anybody think what they think that means, or go ahead and break that down? Any of the sisters, brothers, anybody?
Right,
Go ahead.
pretty much say, like we had a law in the scripture as far as the amount of, 2 witnesses. But sometimes what would happen is we had wicked witnesses, just like what Jezebel did when she wanted to take the field, or what was that brother's name, for her husband Ahab. She rose up 2 false witnesses against him, saying that he blasphemed God, and they killed him.
Right.
Now, we had that thing going on in the nation also. So I say, thou shalt not raise a false report,
So,
put not thy hand
so that's
wicked to be an unrighteous judge. They knew Jezebel was wicked.
right. So that just falls right into what's going on today with this voting. If you go to these polls and you vote for one of these Edomites, one of these devils, you are placing your faith and your hand with the wicked.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're looking for them for some type of hope, and it's disgusting, man. It's horrible.
Right.
How you gonna look for the person who put you in a situation to get you out of it?
Right.
When they put you there and they want you there.
Right.
These are the same people that you are begging to get you out of a situation that makes no sense. If I want you in prison making me money, it does you no good to beg me to let you out.
Right.
You are wasting your time.
Right.
It's the same way in America, if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and going to vote for these Edomites and your oppression.
Right.
You are putting your faith in your hand with the wicked. And it's a slap in the face of the Most High. It's really a slap in the face of the Most High to think that these goddamn devils are gonna come put you out of the hell that they put you in. You know what I'm saying? Get you out of it. It makes no sense, man. So you're not supposed to put your hand with the wicked. That's what you're doing when you go to the polls to go vote for the lesser of the 2 evils. You still end up with evil. You still end up with wickedness.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't give a damn what's going on in this country. Right. If it ain't got nothing to do with our people, you shouldn't give a damn. And what's going on in the country with our people? We being murdered in the streets. And you worried about some damn debate between 2 devils?
Right.
Who are rich and never have to go through the things that we go through.
Right.
That's what we worried about. You see what I'm saying? You got your hand up?
Right. Yeah,
No, go ahead.
Actually, really, it ain't the lesser of the 2 evils. Actually, it's the equally as evil. 2 different faces of the same apple.
Right.
This is all it is, too. These 2 different kinds. That's the same. But then at the end of the day, they still together because they'll sit there and take the dude.
Because it's a game. They even got a show on HBO.
Right.
That's all it's about. Period. They don't care about people. Definitely they don't care about our people. They don't even care about the lower level of their people.
Right.
Let alone Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's go ahead and get verse 7 from that same chapter.
Verse 7. Keep thee far from a false matter.
Keep thee what?
Far from a false matter.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we ain't supposed to be thinking of voting. I should vote, or should I not?
Keep thee far.
You shouldn't even be that close.
You shouldn't even be watching that shit on TV, man.
Right.
Keep thee far, man. That has nothing to do with us. And you know for a fact it's 100% lies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just after all the time we seen all these presidential debates, how they do it, it's all lies, man. We supposed to stay far away from that as far as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Keep going, Otto.
And the innocent and righteous slay thou not.
Uh-huh.
This goes on every election time. And it's funny because majority of the people that get executed are people that have been proven not to be guilty.
Right.
According to the forensics and all of this, the science and all of that stuff that they use, they don't care. They will kill him anyway.
Oh, if it's a nigga, he's gone.
Right.
He out of here.
And that's a tradition that goes all the way back to slavery too.
Absolutely.
That shows that, you know, the person that's running for office is a team player for white society.
Absolutely.
You know, they don't give a damn whether you did it or not. You know, they're gonna, you know, you are the sacrificial lamb in that time.
Exactly. It's just like the lady who's running for vice president when she tried to have that man murdered on death row, even though she had the evidence to let him free. Right. Even though he didn't die, she showed her counterparts that she's down to play the game.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? They said, okay, the feds stopped in. They stepped in and stopped you from killing them, but you was gonna do it.
Right.
And we seen that you was gonna do it. Not only was you gonna kill him, you was gonna hide the evidence too.
Right.
So next time when it's time for a political seat opening, you can get it. You showed you down with us.
Right.
You don't give a damn about them. You see what I'm saying? And that's why she's in the position that she's in now.
Right.
For doing all of the horrible, disgusting things that she did to black people, man. Right. She was locking niggas up. No, they had the evidence to get them exonerated. No, they was innocent. That she can get down with their type of
You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get rid of the blacks instead to show them the same thing, that he's also a team player with them. You know, this stuff is on every level. You know, regardless of whether you're in the White House or you're at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That same mentality is still there. When they're laying off, what do? And that's one of the reasons why they love putting up black supervisors too, because you know they want that black supervisor to be they want him to be the one to initiate the firing of black people, 3 blacks for every 1 white.
Yeah, he got to be the house nigga, do they dirty work.
Right. And then so you can't blame the company for racism because they're like, well, he's a black supervisor. He acts on his own.
Right.
That's what they think.
That's like you said, that starts from the bottom all the way to the top.
Right.
And that's why that goddamn devil's in the position that she's in. Because she was willing to shit on black, Hispanics, and Native Americans to get there.
Right. And then you talk about the one that's supposed to be then you talk about
the vice president lady working with Joe Biden.
That's the one that got the black mother.
I think she got is her mom black? Yeah, I think her mom is East Indian and her dad is white, technically.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the one that they trying to pass to say she's black.
Yeah, I can't. Nobody think of her name. I can't think of that.
Yeah,
that's her name.
Yeah. She was a straight up demon.
All right, let's get the rest of 7. Let's a little bit more on that one.
For I will not justify the wicked.
You see what I'm saying? The Most High will never justify what's going on in America as far as these elections. He's not behind this. He's not with it. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, the Most High made Trump president. Like, the Most High ain't got nothing to do with this, man. He just let them do their thing. You know what I'm saying? He has a hand in it as far as stirring stuff up to make it go to World War III. But as far as these people doing his will, absolutely not. Right. You see, I mean, technically they are, but it ain't as far as what we got to do. As far as being righteous, they are not doing his will. You see what I'm saying? They are unrighteous. Right. They are disgusting. Let's go ahead and get verse 8 and then we're going to move on.
Verse 8, and thou shalt take no gift. This is how political scriptures put in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is dead on with the whole political system right here. Dead serious, verse for verse.
Right.
Okay, and thou shalt not take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise.
For the gift what?
Blindeth the wise.
Uh-huh.
And perverted the words of the righteous.
Good. No. Go ahead and break that
down. Okay. All right, so I was to take no gift. Contributions, little, things that, like say for instance, here's another thing. You had some black woman, I can't remember her name, but she was paying black people to be at the Trump rally.
You're right. That's crazy.
You see this?
That's crazy. It's just like when it's like the president or the candidates to get up and tell you, oh, I'm going to lower taxes, or I'm going to, fund this and fund that. and then you run to the polls to vote for this person looking for a gift that they promised you. It's disgusting, man.
Right.
Don't be a whore. They're pimps, clearly. Don't be their whore. You see what I'm saying? You can't just eat up everything that they say to you. You just sitting there and just eating it up. Oh, Biden's gonna lower taxes for the lower class. That's what I'm voting for. Don't be that person.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Where you can just be bought and paid for. That is disgusting, man.
Right.
We know Biden doesn't give a damn about not one single black person on this planet.
Right.
He does not care. When he's talking about taxes, lowering taxes for the lower class, when he's saying that, he don't have your black behind pictured in his mind.
Right.
He's thinking about the lower class of his people.
Right.
Not your ass.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Oh, well, I'm voting for him because it is, and I'm voting for him because of that. Stop looking for that simple gift, man. Don't be a simpleton your whole goddamn life.
And to him, the lower class of his people, lower class of it. So the dude that makes the white dude that makes 150,000 a year, he's looked at as the lower class from the point of where they're looking. Where everybody else is pretty much nothing.
All right, let's get Ecclesiasticus. Start at the chapter 34, verse 1.
Ecclesiastes is an apostle.
Cut on concept.
Okay, Ecclesiastes what?
34 and 1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 34, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false.
Uh-huh.
And dreams lift up fools.
Dreams lift up what?
Fools.
Somebody want to go ahead and break that down for me?
Martin Luther King. And he was a fool that was lifted up.
Come on, man.
You know?
You see what I'm saying?
And all these Christian pastors and all of these people follow right behind him.
It says that year after year, they have been doing it year after year from lack of understanding. They just don't understand what's going on.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's even to the point where black people will say, "Well, my ancestors died for my right to vote." Like, man, how? That's a goddamn slap in the face.
Right.
Your ancestors died for you to vote. Yeah, you gonna go vote for these devils?
Right.
The same devils that don't give a damn about your ancestors, that killed them.
Right.
That's who we lining up to vote for.
Right.
Come on, man. Our ancestors didn't have the same understanding that we have.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. That's the way it's supposed to go. But nowadays, that's clearly not the case. We know more than what our ancestors do, what they knew. But we still want to do the same goddamn thing that they did with more knowledge. How dumb is that?
Right.
We know that voting don't matter. Our ancestors didn't know that. We clearly know that this shit do not matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have the what they call the electoral votes. That's what matters. Didn't win the popular vote. You see?
Right.
Israelite.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Of Esau, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of. If you really plan on getting in office to help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you'll never make it. You'll never make it. They know what's going on, and they're not gonna play that game with you. Right. But if you show that you hate blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you can be the president, no problem. Trump got into office by saying Mexicans was rapists. That got him elected.
Right.
Not none of his political views or nothing like that. The fact that he hated niggas.
Right.
And he's willing to say it openly is what got him elected to be the president of the United States. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Let's go ahead and let's read that one more time. I read that, I thought that was powerful.
The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false.
Good night.
And dreams lift up fools.
The dreams lift up fools. It says the hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false. That's what you run into the polls for, because you have no understanding.
Right.
And you getting on that ballot, vote for somebody is vain and it's false, man. It means nothing.
Right.
It means nothing. It's not going to change your situation, man. It's not going to get 2 million black people out of prison.
Right.
It's not going to get our Mexican babies out of them cages at the border.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not going to get us justice from being murdered on TV by the police. It ain't going to happen.
Right.
It's not going to happen, man. Only thing can get us out this hell is the person who put us in it, which is the Most High. How do we get him and get us out this hell? By being obedient.
Right.
And getting back to these law, statutes, and commandments. Uncommanded GEN.YAHANNA I.S.U.P.K. There's just no other answer. Period.
Right.
Definitely going to vote for your oppressor is the goddamn answer. You see what I'm saying? If you look up the definition of insanity, it's doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's literally the definition of it.
Right.
So every Black, Hispanic, and Native American person that goes to the polls and puts one of them red stickers on their shirt is goddamn insane.
Right.
And you're an idiot. And you look dumb as hell. And if you're a Black man with that sticker on, you look gay. Like, it's super intimidating. I voted.
Right.
You just let us know who the dumb of us are.
Right, exactly.
It says, how long will my people love simplicity? When you put that sticker on, we know you the simpleton that scripture's talking about.
Right.
So thanks for wearing it, so we can see the simpletons.
There's a funny thing about it, because these are people that claim the most to be educated, though. What good is an education when it don't even teach you common sense?
Because
something as simple as that.
The thing about that, Otherwise, is people confuse education with knowledge or being smart. That doesn't make you smart, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That don't make you smart. You gotta think. Even your doctor that finished the lowest his class with a D average, he graduates and gets a white coat.
Right.
Even though he dumb as hell.
Exactly.
He's gonna get a white coat. He's gonna cut your ass open too. So I hope you got the I hope you got the most high on your side.
The man works down with the butcher in the literal butcher factory that won't send to him when it comes to surgery. He sit there and just try to get boxed and get drunk and eat at Buffalo Wild Wings all the time when he was in college.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Instead, he get a white coat and a scalpel.
And he think he the man. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15. And then we're gonna get Proverbs after that, and then we're gonna switch gears.
Deuteronomy 13 and
17, Deuteronomy 17 and 15.
and what?
15.
Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
From amongst our what?
Thy brother.
Let you know that going to the polls to vote for the Edomites is a sin, man.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? People are like, well, if I don't vote anyway, they still gonna be put over me. How? Don't associate with that. You have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
At all. You go ahead and do your thing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? People fail to realize that just because you live in a land, don't mean you got to do the things that is going on in that land.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? California, I would live in California. Beautiful weather, beaches. You see what I'm saying? I would live in California, but I would not participate in their 10 years old is the age of consent garbage.
Right.
I can live on that land and not do that, and not partake in that.
Right.
It's the same way with this voting. You see what I'm saying? You can live in America and not partake in this, what's going on with this garbage as far as like holidays, voting, and everything that they got going on. It's all wicked, man. It has nothing to do with us. It's just to keep us down. How you gonna join the game to keep you down? That's horrible, man. And that shows a lack of knowledge that you really have. You see what I'm saying? And that's why they had to just make it about money. Money. You see what I'm saying? Make it a selfish, just money drive.
Right.
Because if you remove the selfishness out of it, you start caring about your people, you're not gonna be happy with what's going on in America.
Right.
And you're not gonna give a damn what's going on in America. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm really for my people. That's why I don't give a damn who's the president. That's not gonna stop the Mexican babies from being let out of cages. So why do I give a damn?
Right.
I don't care. Personally, I don't care. It's not gonna change my situation. It's not gonna help my people at all. Nothing. The barrio's still gonna be the barrio. The ghetto's still gonna be the ghetto.
Right.
So I don't give a damn who's in the office. I don't care.
Right.
I just want this shit to go to hell like it needs to.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting. You see what I'm saying? I don't want it to get better. We need Trump to get out of office so it can get better. If that's the case, Trump needs to stay. Because I'm not looking for America to get better. I'm looking for conditions to get worse.
Right.
I can't wait to go to a grocery store. There's no food on the shelves.
Right.
Niggas gonna panic. It's gonna make joy to my heart. Because I know what's to come after that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This kingdom has to come down for my kingdom to rise.
That's right.
I cannot wait, man. I can't wait till this way of life is just no more. There's no more food in the grocery stores. There's no more police. It's just chaos.
Right.
I can't wait. You see what I'm saying? I'm not waiting. I don't want this kingdom to get better. Anybody who's gonna make this kingdom better does not have my vote. I can tell you that. You're really gonna get in here and chase things, make it better. You do not need to be president. I hope nobody votes for you. Period. Now you want to keep this on the same path as going to run this piece of shit country into the ground? Shalom, man. You need to be president. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Just like everybody else. The kingdom that was up high, but now had to go be brought down low. It happens to every single kingdom on the face of the planet. The Lord brought down his own kingdom. You know what I'm saying? He brought us there. What do you think he's going to do to the other ones?
Let's get Proverbs 8 and 10.
Proverbs 8 and 10.
Come on, concert.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
You see what I'm saying? If you read this to a Christian, they wouldn't understand what the hell is going on in here.
No,
You see what I'm saying? Because the Christians are all about themselves, it's all about the money. You see what I'm saying? How could God be with you if you ain't rich? That's how they think.
right.
You see what I'm saying? If they looked at Creflo Dollar and then they looked at me, they would tell you that God's with Creflo Dollar and he's not with me. That's what they would tell you with their vain eyes and their vain understanding. Not knowing that the Most High is absolutely with me and despises Creflo Dollar. You see what I'm saying? Don't have nothing to do with your bank records and your financial status. That has nothing to do with the Most High, man. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely not. And even in this scripture, it tells you need to seek the Most High versus vain riches and gold. That means nothing. Meaning, if I take this currency from you, I got to give you a certain amount of gold and silver to equal it out.
Right.
The money no longer says that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Andrew Jackson took that off as a punishment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if they take all that dollar from you, say you got 10 million in the bank, stock market crashes, the money means nothing. They don't have to give you 10 million worth of gold because you had $10 million. That's how it used to be. Now your money's just gone, and we're not giving you nothing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It means nothing, man. This is a big game. This is a corporation, and we need to step out of it as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? We got to come together, and that's why we're gonna switch the topic to coming together with one body after this, after the scripture. Let's read that again, though. Let's get that one more time. 8 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold.
It's crazy. It's like so self-explanatory. You see what I'm saying? We're being in this captivity over here under this devil. Blacks and Hispanics can't get their mind around it. To just do what the Most High says.
Right.
And not worry about what's on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Not worry about what you drive. Or the night, you know what I'm saying? Is your house nice enough? Or is your clothes nice enough? You see what I'm saying? Just follow these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Seek the kingdom first. Everything will be given unto you. You worried about silver and gold, you're going to rule.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You worried about money when you're actually going to rule. You're going to be in rulership. You see what I'm saying? Where people just got to do what you say. It ain't going to be about money. That's petty. That's petty stuff.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They got us losing our lives over petty stuff. Money is very petty, but this is what we out here dying over, trying to get ahead, trying to be like our oppressor.
Right.
It's disgusting, man. It leaves us in a horrible position to where you're staking your brother, you know what I'm saying? You're acting what they say out of body. This is just something that you would normally do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you had the money, you wouldn't go out and rob nobody.
Right.
You would just go do your thing. Because you don't have the money, you trying to get it, now you're gonna turn into that robber.
Right.
That's disgusting, man.
Right.
And who are you robbing 90% of the time? Your own goddamn brother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's who you in the hood with. That's who you see.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The ones you should be robbing, you don't see them, they in gated communities. You see what I'm saying? That's who you should be robbing, but that's not who you robbing. You robbing niggas in the same condition as you.
Right.
Trying to feed their family too. That's who you gonna go rob and hurt.
Right.
Trying to be like this disgusting bastard that's over us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's a horrible thing, man. It's horrible. You want to add something to that, Alan?
Yeah, that's very true. That's that's the way our people think. We want to get the dude that got the sack.
Right.
We want to hit him up real tough because we got more dope than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got a little more money than you. A few more bras than you. You want to hit him up real tough. But then we don't think about the devil is jogging right through your neighborhood. We don't even consider that.
Hell no.
How is he gonna rise to you? And then at the same time too, you gotta think about it. They nabbing. I just seen another little case where they talk about some brothers did something to some white woman that was jogging through the neighborhood. Remember the person, that little dude? I think he was kind of like retarded or something. Remember him? And who they executed?
Damn, no, I missed that.
Yeah, so this dude was so frail, he was like super skinny. The dude was on his weight about maybe 100 pounds. And then when they was like, had the dude on the camera, you could tell by the look at his face, he didn't even know what the hell was even going on. He was like, dude was like, he was kind of like, almost like severely retarded. So to where he didn't even know, he wasn't even aware of where he was at, or what was going on. Now he was supposed to take this woman, this woman could have easily outran him. This woman run all the goddamn time. This little frail little dude gonna chase her down and catch her and rob and rape and kill or something, rape and murder. I mean, come on, man. She was physically way stronger than him. And his whole countenance, his face, all of that.
It's a lot. General always said,
Challenge.
Oh, okay.
Let's go ahead and get let's get verse 11. From that same chapter 8, verse 11.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
You know what I'm saying? You can desire everything: money, gold, rubies, silver, women, cars, nice houses, clothes, power. None of that compares to the wisdom that comes from the Most High. You see what I'm saying? The first step of wisdom is to fear the Most High. If you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, how do you fear the Most High? By keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. If you keep in the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, you are far better off than any person with however much money you can think of. You see what I'm saying? Oprah is what, a billionaire?
Right.
If you keep these law, statutes, and commandments, you're far better off than Oprah will ever be. You see what I'm saying? Will ever be. That $1 billion ain't gonna save her. When his hell comes down, when his kingdom comes down crashing, that $1 billion ain't gonna save her. You see what I'm saying? But the wisdom of the Most High, the fear of the Most High, the understanding of the Most High will save you, and not only save you, but set you up to be in power in the next kingdom. You see what I'm saying? You're getting ahead by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? And valuing that more than anything on this earth, that's a blessing if you can have that mindset. If you can be in this hell and you know what I'm saying, train yourself to think that these laws, statutes, and commandments is the only thing that matters. With everything else that's going on in the world, you're winning, and you're gonna win big. You see what I'm saying? What they say, who gonna have the last laugh? If that's your status, you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna have the last laugh when this kingdom is falling, and then the next kingdom is being set up. You see what I'm saying? Because you will be in rulership. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes us the best people on this goddamn earth. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what separates us. You see what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with the physical ability or the way we look or anything like that. All that vague garbage. No, man. It's the fact that the Most High set us down and gave us His laws, statutes, and commandments to live by. And the fact that we live by our lives like that is what makes us better than everybody else.
Right.
And that's why when you're not following these laws that you're considered a heathen. Because you're just the same.
Right.
You still run the fastest, you still jump the highest, but you're considered a heathen because you're not doing what makes you the best.
Right.
What makes you the best is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And if you're not doing that, then you might as well be an Edomite with no legs.
Right.
As far as the Most High is concerned, you don't give a damn about how fast you can run.
Right.
When you want to sleep with every whore that you see.
Right.
How high you can jump. When you can't ingest enough pork before you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the most, I don't give a damn about that shit, man. But when you keep these laws, statutes, commandments, that's what makes you holy. That's what makes you separate. That's what makes you above everybody else. Period. You got your head up on that?
Yeah, just like, we out there like the heathen, yeah, we can run the fastest and jump the highest and all of this, but we'll be also the first ones to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And our children will be the first ones to be aborted. And we'll still be the last ones hired, first ones fired, all of that. So it kind of balances itself out here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that lets you know that it's not about the physical ability that we have over people. Because it's obvious that we do have a physical ability over people. You know what I'm saying? Over these other nations. But that has nothing to do with it.
Right, and the reason, the reason why we have the Most High gave us, like, the abilities that we use in this country was to build this kingdom.
Right.
Because I was running fastest and jumping the highest. Look who profits from it. You know what I'm saying? That's the matter. And you know what? We be under the false delusion that we got power here. If you take somebody like Michael Jordan or somebody like that, let him go and decide he want to eat at a Chinese restaurant, right? And let him not have, like, say for instance, the card thing is down, right? And they say you gotta pay cash, but all his stuff on the card, he's not gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Right. Oprah will not eat. Let Oprah go into, some restaurant or whatever, the card thing is down, eat. Because of who his people are, also what your status is in society is directly linked to how your people are viewed.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're gonna switch it up. We got like an hour left. We're gonna switch it up now and talk about how we need to come together in this one body under command of GEN.YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. And let's start at Philippians chapter 2, verse 2.
What is it?
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2. Bible show. So, like, coming together is important, but voting and coming together under the Democrats and Republicans is not how we need to come together. It's not going to get us out this hell. It has nothing to do with us. You see what I'm saying? But we do need to come together under command of GEN.YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. Period. Right. And that goes for every camp, every whatever they want to call themselves. You see what I'm saying? Every broke off. Y'all all need to come back to this I.S.U.P.K. You see what I'm saying? All these groups. This is not a camp. Camp is something that the I.S.U.P.K. has on Saturday or Friday. That is an event. This is a school. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And we all need to come under this one body. Under Christ. Under command of GEN.YAHANNA. You see what I'm saying? To keep his law, statutes, and commandments. But having all these different camps and GMS and Purple Guys and King David, I don't even know all the goddamn. Another one just popped up. The one body just popped up from somewhere because of the IUIC was sending rod pictures of. So they broke off. Some of the guys broke out of IUIC and started their own group. It's like niggas will do anything but come home.
Right, yeah, they just move along.
Yeah,
they got like 4 split groups.
It's crazy, man.
From the purple guys there.
It's crazy. It is never gonna stop. You always gonna when you have corruption like that in the mother groups, you're always gonna find a reason to leave. You see what I'm saying? You're always gonna find some reason to leave. There's no reason to leave the I.S.U.P.K. You might have some phantom made up reason or something personal that's super effeminate and gay. That if I asked you, you probably wouldn't even tell me the truth. You might have something like that pulling you out the truth that you really don't want to admit. Because the most, you know what I'm saying, the Most High God Satan making you a bitch. So that's why you left. You're not gonna admit that. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, there's no reason to leave the I.S.U.P.K. Period. The way that everything is set up the way it is, so you don't have to leave. If you have a disagreement with a brother or sister, there's things and channels that you go through to get that handled. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Leaving this truth because of a person is absolutely ridiculous. There's no perspective of persons in the I.S.U.P.K. I think I'm GEN.YAHANNA. You see what I'm saying? Anybody can go. Anybody can be raised up. It's about the work that you put in. You can't be worried about the next man and what he got going on. You see what I'm saying? Let that deter you from what you got going on with the Most High and put your salvation in jeopardy. That's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You're a coward and it's super effeminate and gay. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to leave the truth because I have a problem with Officer Tarap because I don't like the way he do things or I don't like the way he talks. So now I'm going to just drop my sword. I'm not going back to the truth. How super gay is that? When I can just pull this brother over to the side, get his phone number, call him, go out for drinks, and say, hey, I don't want to look at here, man. The way you do this, I don't really like the way you do this. Why do you do this way? You know what I'm saying? Just chop it up with my brother and get on the understanding. That's what men do. You see what I'm saying? Instead of finding a problem with something, and instead of fixing it, you're gonna leave.
Right.
That is super effeminate, man. You see what I'm saying? It's super effeminate. It's effeminate for you to watch I.S.U.P.K. on the internet and in the streets and doing the things that we doing, and you see something that you don't like, or you know what I'm saying, or you feel something should be changed, and instead of getting in here and there's one body and changing it, you're just gonna stand on the sidelines and complain. You're gay. And you're super effeminate, and nobody gives a damn about what you're talking about. If you see something in here that shouldn't be, or it should be done a different way, well, get your ass in here and make it that way. You see what I'm saying? Put your boots on, put your all black on. You know what I'm saying? Go through the hell of Hebrew Academy. Put the work in. Put your brick in, and then you can get in here and get a little power, and you can change things. But you standing on the sidelines just talking about what ain't right, ain't doing nobody no good. And that's what women do. Talk with no solution. Have a goddamn solution if you're a man. If you don't, if it's on your heart to talk about it, well, let it be on your heart to have a goddamn solution to fix it.
Right.
I don't want to hear about the I.S.U.P.K. and what we need to change while your ass is still on the sidelines not doing a goddamn thing.
Right. Exactly.
That don't mean nothing to me, man.
Right.
Why don't you come up here and sit next to me with this all black on? Then we can talk about what needs to be changed and what needs to be fixed.
Right.
But as far as you just sitting at home and you just watching us from afar and then pointing your fingers and talking shit, you can keep that, man. Super effeminate, super gay. You got that from me, One?
Yeah, got me 1-1.
2-2.
Okay.
You know, the allergies.
Philippians chapter 2 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Fulfill ye my joy,
Uh-huh.
that ye be like-minded.
Like what?
Like-minded.
Uh-huh.
Having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
You see what I'm saying, man? That's just simple. Anybody who's telling you, I see on Facebook all the time, people saying, you know, because I.S.U.P.K., we hate about all. Other groups get along with each other. The I.S.U.P.K., because we're the one body, the home of the truth, we are hated about all. Which I think is absolutely fabulous. I love it. I love scrolling up my timeline just seeing niggas who don't even know the know nothing about the I.S.U.P.K. just hating our fucking guts. I love it. Because we are the truth, we're not going to compromise. That's why they hate our guts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I love it. But anybody who's online or, you know, in your face talking about how why we can't be in different groups or, you know, have different views,
Right.
that philosophy, that way of thinking, that's not in the Bible. Let's read it again. Let's see what it is in the Bible. Let's read it one more time.
Fulfill ye my joy,
Uh-huh.
that ye be like-minded,
Uh-huh.
having the same love,
Uh-huh.
being of one accord,
Uh-huh.
of one mind.
That don't sound like having separate this and separate that and this, that, and the third.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Anybody who's teaching that is a goddamn lie, man. And he's a coward. And he don't want to be part of this one body because he has his own agenda. But as far as these scriptures is concerned, there's only supposed to be one body under command of GEN.YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. Only one. That's it. That's it. You see what I'm saying? If you in one of these other groups, for whatever reason, you are not following the scriptures, man, you're being a coward. You see what I'm saying? Even when I was a young officer of 50, man, I was in St. Louis. And we was driving back to the B&B, the Airbnb, and we seen some IUIC cats. I wasn't on nothing. I just wanted to. I had me being that young and the truth. I had never really heard from them why they left the truth, you know. So I just seized my opportunity. I seen them. I jumped out, and I asked him, and I said, "Well, why did you guys leave the I.S.U.P.K to come into GEN.YAHANNA?" You know, and he was like, "Well, we have different beliefs." I said, "Okay, cool. Well, you know, what do y'all believe that's so different from us?" You know, and he was like, "Well, y'all teachers, y'all can have multiple wives." I said, "Okay, cool. So I can have a multiple wife. You believe we can only have one wife, that you can only have one wife. Well, let me have multiple wives, and you have one wife, and let's rock this truth out. Let's get it." You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what's separating us. Right. Something about females.
Right.
That's what we talking about. I'm talking about the work of the Lord and being one body. And your response to me is why you're not a part of this one body is a female? Because I can have more than one. And you only have one. You worried about my rod that much.
Right.
Were you going to leave the goddamn truth? Good. How effeminate and gay is that, man? You worried about my rod that much? Go ahead,
This is the corrosive evilness of the mindset behind that, right? Because, like, say for instance, they have a dude that comes from somewhere, with some group or whatever. He comes to them. He sat in on their classes. He got 3 wives, right. And he had all of his wives there at the class. They would try to make him get rid of 2 wives.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that they can go and nab him up. So that they can go and nab him up. You know what I'm saying? The ones that like women anyway.
Good night.
That's what the type of slick stuff that they would do.
They take you with like, yeah, you keep that. We're gonna take these two. You just
right. Yeah, you only have one wife, brother. And then they gonna try and scoop up on the 2.
Put purple and gold fringes on and walk around the city. Good fucking night.
Then they even make it as one time I was watching a few years ago. One of them kind of backed into a corner on a certain thing. It was like somebody asked the question, well, can you get into the kingdom if you got more than one wife? They cannot say no. Well, so now think about this. Now they saying, but you cannot get in here.
Right. Who wants to get in there?
What type of stuff is that?
Yeah, who wants to get in there? If you can get in the kingdom, you can get into the I.S.U.P.K because this is the kingdom. This is how we're going to get the
kingdom. They believe that they got the truth, though, right?
They don't have
so they're going to deny somebody the truth. Because the brother has more than one wife.
Right. But
the truth that they think that they have anyway.
But there's nowhere in Scripture.
Right.
That Scripture about having one wife, having one bride, that's the most high in you. And this truth is the one wife that you should have. It says you must have a wife. Christ never had a wife, so what are they talking about then? It's talking about this truth. You see what I'm saying? But men don't people who haven't been taught under the I.S.U.P.K. don't understand the Bible. You see what I'm saying? You can comprehend and read. That don't mean that you can understand these scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Christ spoke in parables on purpose.
Right.
Even to the point where his disciples asked him, "Man, why do you talk like that?" You said you can say things in layman's terms where everybody can understand it. Every time you say something to us, we gotta huddle it up and talk about what the hell you just said, trying to figure out what you talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, why do you talk like that? He said, because this ain't for everybody.
Right.
You're right. I am intelligent enough where I can speak where everything that I say, everybody understands it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for a certain few who's going to do this work. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking for the certain few who's even going to huddle up to try to figure out what the hell I'm saying. Versus the one who just think they know every goddamn thing. They ain't going to take what I say at face value and just walk off, you see what I'm saying, without putting no work in and trying to figure out what's going on. You see what I'm saying? You don't want them type of people around you. You see what I'm saying? It's just like today. If a brother's in the I.S.U.P.K. and he don't want to take his test, I'm not going to force you to take your test, brother.
Right.
My home is open. I'll answer my phone. You're more than willing to pull up, take your test. I'll make my rib cook for you. I got drink. You see what I'm saying? I can make it accessible for you, but I'm not going to make you do it. Right. I don't want to have to make anybody stand next to me in war.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When them bullets and that shit get to flying, I want a nigga standing next to me who wants to be there. who wants to put his life on the line with me. That's who I need standing next to me. Not somebody that I had to call every day. Come take your test. Come take your test. Come take your test.
Right.
Do this, do that, do that. That's not the brother I need next to me.
Right.
I need the brother next to me calling me, hey, yeah, I just took my test this morning. Can I come take it again? Well, goddamn, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me sit it up and get it corrected first. That's the brother we need around.
Right.
Not the one that you have to make do shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You don't want them type of people around you, especially when it's going up and lives are on the line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank the Most High that the Kentucky 8 didn't have no cowards among them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There was no cowards amongst the Kentucky 8.
Right.
Thank the Most High for that. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to find out you got a coward next to you in the trenches. That's the worst.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and drop your sword now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't need you to do it with my life's on the line. Did you got that 1 John?
Yeah, 1 John what?
2 and 19.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. You want to say something on that?
No, just keep going. We'll just read the whole thing. We're going to knock it out after that.
For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
Good night.
But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
Good night.
The foundational reason of why the ones that were with the I.S.U.P.K. What did they do? What did they do? They went out there and they took brothers with them and everything, promising them leadership positions and all of that. They left because they wanted to be commanders in the army.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? One of them even called himself the general. One of them left, the setting the classes back then. They left off, a lot of them left off of positions of power. They thought they were going to get more power and all of this stuff. They left off for that. So that they could be the one. They could be the guy.
And I read this scripture because it say like somebody comes into this truth, right? And you build a connection with them. You see what I'm saying? Like the brother's a good brother. He's doing stuff for the school. You know what I'm saying? His funds are in the school, so you can tell his heart is there. He's showing up for camp. He's showing up for classes. But then one day this brother decides to leave. Don't go looking for that brother. Right. Let him go. Right. He was never with us, man. You see what I'm saying? And you might look with your cardinal eyes and think like, damn, well, the brother was here. He was smart. Right. He was dedicated. This, that, and the third. Right. But then one day, he's just gone. Right. Yeah. And then you talk to the brother. What happened? And he actually has excuses for you as to why he's gone. Let that brother goddamn leave. Right. Yeah. Don't change nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't try to go back and recap things that happened in the past to try to make him. Let them go. Right. Let him go. Right. We don't need that brother amongst us, man. He was never with us. There's nothing in this school that can happen to make me leave. I don't give a goddamn how many councils I have to go to. I don't care if gentlemen have to cuss my ass out. Anything. I don't care if I got to do 1 billion push-ups. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? I didn't get into this truth for nobody but myself and the Most High. So can't nobody make me leave. Right. Right. You see what I'm saying? If you leave this truth, you don't have to worry about Kanaka Bar coming to get you. I don't give a goddamn how cool our relationship was. Right. You see what I'm saying? We can just be friends on the outside. I can holler at you when I holler at you. But in here, when it comes time to do this work of the Lord, I don't need no cowards around me. Right. And niggas who got excuses on why they want to fucking leave. Right. Just go, bro. Right. They're trying to pull you out. Yeah, listen here. Just go, bro. Right. You ain't got to pity pad and pretend with me. Right. I don't need that type of shit around me when I'm doing the work of the Lord. This shit is dangerous. So if you're not pulling into this, where nothing can make you leave, then just go. Because you're going to be tried, you're going to be tested. Satan's going to do everything he can in his power to try to get you out of here. So if there's something that can make you leave, just go, because he's going to do it. Don't do it when my goddamn life's on the line. Leave now when everything's peaceful and there's no problem. Right. Drop your sword down. Stop answering my goddamn phone call right now. That's fine. Right. But don't do me like that in the trenches. And if a brother decides to leave this school or a sister decides to leave this school, let their ass go. I don't want nobody in here who don't want to be, who have to be convinced. Right. I gotta convince you on a daily basis to stay in the work. No, shalom.
Right.
Shalom. Go ahead, sis. You got something to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that when I first heard the truth, it didn't take much convincing. It all made sense after that. So if it take any convincing, and you just got too many demons with you, you just ain't ready to hear the truth. You're not ready to accept the truth.
Yeah, I mean, even if, let's just say a person who got like a lot of demons on them, right? And it take a lot of convincing. That's fine. Once you wrap your hair up and once you put the all black on, it means you're in here. Just don't leave. I don't give a damn what it took to get you in here. I'm thinking about what it's taking to get you out. If there's anything that can get you out of here, just go. That's my thing. Just go. You see what I'm saying? Oh, this brother's talking about me and this sister did this and I don't like the way they handled this situation or this could have been changed. So now I'm going to just leave. Shalom. Shalom. You ain't got to worry about me doing anything to try to get your ass back in.
Right.
Peace out. Ain't no beef when I see you. It's all love when I see you. Hey, shalom, brother. I'm going to show my thought.
That keep moving.
But you got to keep it moving. You got to get the hell away from me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doubling back to force no crown on your head.
Right.
All Israel will be saved. I'm good enough with that. If you don't want no crown and you just want to be saved, take your ass to church. There's no problem. I'm chasing the crown in here. From Yahushua Mashiach. That's what the hell I want. And if you're not on the same thing, you can just get away from me. And I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to force this on you. And I don't care how good of friends we is. I done had a lot of brothers that I would have killed and died for that ain't here right now. I have no tears for them. I have no tears for them. I have no phone calls for them. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm not going to call a brother that was standing with me when I can call Officer Tarak who is standing with me. What sense does that make? I skip over the officer who's standing with me to call and talk to some brother who was standing with me, who I'm trying to get back in line. Oh, goddamn that. I'm going to just holler at Tarak. We're going to chop it over Tarak. You know what I'm saying? Rock it out. Because this brother is willing to stay with me. This brother's willing to lay his life down for me. That's who I want standing next to me. And I didn't have to convince him to do it. I don't have to call Officer Tarak every day. Hey, Ottawa, you good? You still in the truth? You ain't gonna leave? You ain't got no problems? You sure? All right, then. Well, make sure you call me if you have any problems. Just don't leave. I don't have to do that to this brother. You see what I'm saying? When I call his line, he's I.S.U.P.K from the hello to the hang up. That's a and make sure. Are you? How you?
Maybe 25 years ago, maybe that would have been all right. Maybe. Yeah. Well, we look too late to get. You know, we got to move. We got to, you know.
Oh, I said we too late to game for that shit.
You know, many troops in Kentucky, you know, they fell behind and everything, just fell backwards.
Good night.
Yeah, they got to be a little bit at first. It really got to be. Some brothers and left and everything. Yeah, it got to be.
You know, it does hurt, man. Any brothers in this truth that's not here now. It does hurt.
Right.
But when it comes to these scriptures, and you dive and you read the scriptures and you see what the Lord say, you gotta let that brother go, man. Right. It's hard for me to do. I be wanting to call brothers that ain't been around. Hey, man, what's up? Pick up your sword, come to class, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if that's what you have to do for that brother to be around, you don't want him around.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that brother, when the shit gets to going, he's not gonna be there to have your back.
Right.
And you don't want to find out a person ain't got your back during the war. Like that is. Let me find out now.
Right.
Not when the bullets is flying and shit. Now I find out you ain't got my back. Oh, I'm jammed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need them type of problems.
Right.
I don't need them type of problems, man. Let's go ahead and let's get Ephesians chapter 4 in verse 4.
Ephesians 4:4.
Come on, time, sir.
Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
There is one body.
There is what?
One body. And one spirit.
And what?
And one spirit. Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Period. We all got one job to do, man. One body, one spirit. One calling. We all called to follow these law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Most High.
Right.
Under Yahweh Shah, under Commander General Yohana, man. One body, one spirit, one mind. That's it. That's it. Ain't no, I'm breaking off and I'm doing this and we can still be cool and I'm doing this. No, man.
Right.
That is garbage, man. This is one body. In the kingdom ain't gonna be the whole bunch of different laws that we gotta. No, it's one set of laws.
Right.
That we all gonna agree on, that we all gonna abide by. Just because you and your little part of land, you got your little land and your little people over here that you doing your own thing. No, other nations ain't gonna be able to do that.
Right.
The Chinese ain't gonna be able to eat dogs no more in the kingdom.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Even they will be forced to be in this one body, so to speak, because they're gonna have to get on how we get on,
Right.
or they're gonna have to lay down. Period.
Right.
It's the same way now, man. You see what I'm saying? It ain't that I hate these brothers. I don't hate them other brothers in them other camps. But I don't respect you, man. I don't respect you. If you left this one body, the Commander GEN.YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for nothing you do. Not the way you move, nothing. The stuff you preach, what you wear. I don't selfish reasons. It was for your own selfish gains. Because Commander GEN.YAHANNA ain't did shit to nobody. But be a goddamn brother and a father. That's all he's ever done. You see what I'm saying? And then y'all coming up with, oh, I can make this much money. You can have this position if we do this and do that. So then that's why y'all left. I don't respect it, man.
Right.
I have no hate for you, but I do not goddamn respect it.
Right.
And I would not suggest you be on my goddamn corner when I show up to do camp. I wouldn't suggest you do it. I see like these little camps like to play and shit. Nah, don't come to Minnesota and do that. You see what I'm saying? Play with somebody else. Don't come here and play with us. You see what I'm saying? This is the one body, man. If you're not, but we all need to be together, and that's our biggest problem. We're willing to come together to vote. Y'all willing to come together to get Trump out of office.
Right.
But y'all can't come together to get us out this goddamn hell. Come on, man. What sense is that made? Y'all come together to get a cracker out of office, but you won't come together to get us out of this damn hell that we are.
Right, exactly.
Come on, man. You got your hand up on already.
Yeah, you know, the thing about what I'm saying, they want to be connected with this hell.
Right.
That's the thing about it. Just like they want to be connected with this hell, they gotta make the decision to want to be connected with this one body.
Right.
You know, they have to make that decision. But they'll be whatever religion it is out there, and will unite together to become a Republican or a Democrat.
Right.
Regardless of what religion that they're in or whatever the case is, and they'll merge together and become one body and be pro-Trump or pro-Biden or whatever the hell the damn case is. It's funny because sometimes it seems like the only unity that we can have is being unified with the devil.
Man, get that brother in.
You know what I'm saying?
Get that brother, goddamn. I don't know if y'all heard what he said on camera. He said it seems like the only way niggas can be unified is to be unified under a devil. And if that ain't the goddamn truth, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. That is insane. Because we can't get nothing together amongst each other. When it comes to these Republicans and these Democrats talking about some shit, oh, we can get with that.
Right.
Biden said this and they said that. We can get with that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's disgusting, man.
We can be in the military, whatever religion, whatever. You don't even know what religious background a person even comes from in the military because they are so much one body inside the military.
When you step in there, it don't matter.
Yeah, you don't know that they were Muslim until they told you. They all looking alike. You know what I'm saying? They all, you know what I'm saying, of the same purpose and stuff like that. Then you find out, I was raised a Muslim or I was raised a Buddhist. Oh, really? Interesting. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know because everybody's looking so much alike there. And everybody has that one purpose and one goal. It's got to be the same way, with us. Regardless of what the hell they believe, they got to put that stuff, regardless of what fake Israelite group or whatever, they got to put that stuff in the garbage. Period. Just like what they would do with the military.
Let's go ahead. Let's get Amos chapter 3.
What is it, Amos?
Amos. And let's start at chapter 3 and verse 2.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. You only have I known, of all the families of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So this you in this verse is talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans,
Right.
the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who the you is of this verse, not the whole goddamn world. See what I'm saying? It says, "For you have I known, therefore I will punish you for your iniquities." What's iniquities? Sins. What's sin? Breaking of the law.
Right.
What's the law? Something that only was received by blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see how that works? That domino effect?
Right.
Because of his law, statutes, and commandments. It means nothing to the Most High. Let's go ahead.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Except what?
They be agreed?
This is how you know that all them different camps and all these different break-offs and Christian groups and Muslim, it's just foolishness, man. It's a sin. And this is why when somebody says, why we can't be in two different groups with two different leaders but still be on one accord. That makes no goddamn sense. Not only does it not make sense, it's the Most High said that's not the way it's to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be on one accord, one body.
Right.
We cannot walk together if we're not on one accord. You see what I'm saying? If your brain ain't on one accord with your feet, you in trouble. You in trouble. You trying to take a walk step, but your brain telling your foot to take a running step. It ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out too good. It would behoove you to have all that on one accord.
Right.
So there's no schism in his body. There's no confusion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There can be little confusion, but there's no overall confusion. So you might be like, what does that mean? Okay, I'll explain it. Me and Tarak might have a disagreement. But in that disagreement, we know how to get on one accord by going to council. You see what I'm saying? That's a little confusion, but ain't no overall confusion. Because even though me and you bumping heads, we know how to fix this.
Right.
We're on one accord that we go to some men above us, we sit down and we have a goddamn council about this. He's going to tell his side, I'm going to tell my side, we're going to have a judgment. That's going to be that. So that little confusion, it gets cleaned up right away. You see what I'm saying? So there might be a little confusion. There ain't no overall confusion. This overall confusion is coming from Satan. You see what I'm saying? It's to make you break off from this one body. You know what I'm saying? It's selfish. It's most of it's selfish reasons. It's because you want to have a higher ranking position, or you want to be in control of the money, or you feel you should be this and this person should be that. That's garbage, man. There's no respect of persons in here. Just get in here and put your work in, put your brick in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Put your brick in. I'm only an officer of 500. But that's better than being a goddamn trooper, I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put my little work in. I'm happy about my little rate. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and put your work in, man. Put your all back in and put your work in, man, and get your rank up. You see what I'm saying? Show that you can't be a leader to different roles.
Right. And the scriptures say
Go ahead.
humility comes before honor.
Period.
You don't
You
get
see
the
what I'm saying?
humility first.
You got to get
You're
that
gonna
first.
be tyrant, and most times going to raise you up
He's
and
gonna
throw you down real hard.
He's gonna be erased out of there. Because you're not gonna have no empathy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna have it because you're gonna feel entitled, and that's how you're gonna act when you deal with people. But if you're a brother who has empathy, you see what I'm saying? Some type of understanding. You've been at the bottom before. You know what it takes. You're gonna have some empathy. If you've been at the bottom, you're gonna have empathy for people who was at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? I've been where you was at, and now I'm here, so I understand what you're going through.
Right.
Versus, I just feel like, no, I'm here. I should have been here from jump. No, I'm not gonna understand what you're going through. I don't even care what you're going through. I'm not gonna be a good leader. Not only is my enemies gonna hate me, the people that love me is gonna hate me.
Right.
You don't want to be that king. You don't want to be that person in power.
Right.
Where the people around you that's supposed to love you can't stand your goddamn guts. Because you're just a tyrant and you self-absorbed and you think that you deserve something. You see what I'm saying? Don't be that person. You see what I'm saying? Be the trooper and work hard at being a trooper. And then be a 50 and work hard at being a 50. And then be a 500, be a 1,000, be a 5,000. Work hard at that. So then when you do get to be a general, you can be the best general out there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can be the best. And have your people that's supposed to love you loving you. And want to kill your enemies versus want to kill you like your enemies want to kill you. You see what I'm saying? And it's not hard to do. We've had kings of Israel before. Hated their guts. Israel hated their guts. Couldn't wait for them to be gone. You don't want to be that king. You see what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get all right, let's get 1 Peter 4:1. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up. It's getting about that time. So just to sum it up, otherwise get the scripture. Like we gotta start with all these different camps and all these different schools, and we gotta come under this one body. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have to come together. They say strength is in numbers. That's where our strength is at, man. You see what I'm saying? Because even the little success we had in America since slavery, the Black Wall Streets and this, that, and the third, or whatever. Every time we had a little bit of success, it's because we were on our own. You see what I'm saying? People don't understand that. They talk about segregation was so bad. Segregation was a blessing from the Most High.
Right.
That is a blessing from the Most. That is what makes you holy. Segregation. You see what I'm saying? Segregation is how we got Black Wall Street. It's how we did the things that we did. Once we got up under this beast with integration, we have never recovered from that as a people. We have never recovered from it as a people.
Right.
And we are the only people who think that we can be integrated amongst our enemies. You see what I'm saying? Not even white on white crime don't think that. The Jewish man did not try to stay with the Nazi Germans.
Right.
They're both Edomites.
Right.
At the end of the day, they're both Edomites.
Right.
They're the same nation of people who did wrong to one another. And one decided, I need to get away from this other one.
Right.
Even though they're the same.
Right.
We're not the same. We need to get away from these other nations. But we think for whatever, you see what I'm saying, who just want greed and money.
You know, at least economically and stuff like that, a successful race of people is they don't have to be celebrities in order to be. You have black bank owners.
Yeah, we have black billionaires.
Yes, they weren't all in the limelight and all of that. You know, just like, you know, when you see a lot of the devil billionaires and stuff like that, a lot of them you don't know who the hell they even are. Now, unless you like in that circle or you just watch like, you know, certain stuff, you know, all the time, then you might know, you know. But you have black bank owners and all types of stuff like that. And these dudes, they, you know, the thing about us, they pop up people on television before us. And this becomes our whole, like, you know, structural base for economics and stuff like that. When these dudes ain't nothing but they're like the court jester.
Right. They're at the bottom of the pit, really.
Right. They're like the court jester, and the court jester entertains the king. And he doesn't have power inside the kingdom and stuff like that.
He just not the field.
Right, exactly. You know, pretty much, you know. He just life's like a fiddler in Roots. In the fiddler.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much like him. He got a talent and he can do real good and entertain the king. So they give him trinkets for that. But among our people, we make those people leaders though.
Yeah, you look like you look at the little trinkets like, oh man, look what he got.
Right, exactly.
There's nothing to the person to give it to.
You're right, exactly. That's nothing. That's peanuts.
And I want to just explain the sports world, the entertainment world. That's exactly what's going on. They're getting crumbs.
Right.
But to us, to a person who have nothing, crumbs seem like a lot.
Right.
It seems like LeBron James has a lot.
Right.
But if you look at the owner of his team, you will see that he don't have a lot.
Right. This guy's got 5-6 mansions bigger than LeBron's mansion that he got.
Right.
And he's not even sweating like that. He's not even on MTV real well. What do they have now? I said MTV Cribs. I'm old.
BET, all that. They're not on the
Yeah.
limelight like that.
Yeah, he's not on, you know, he's not on any of that. You'll find he'll be on some little show where they talk about billionaires and stuff like that. You see that stuff every now and then. But you know, they had, and then at the same time too, their wealth is gonna get passed down to their children, and their children will be in high positions. Like when you look at the Kennedys and people like that, the Kennedy family was deep as hell, wasn't it? All of them were in powerful political positions. All of them. Their daddies and his son one of them became president, one of them became, and all of them was in these top political offices and stuff like that. All of the Kennedy family. Yeah. They'll be entertaining at best.
It's still entertaining.
Right. And they still won't even have the clout. Even Muhammad Ali's nephew, even Ali, I met him in person in Louisville, the place, you know, he came by to see my neighbor one time. They knew my neighbor real well. And this dude, he didn't have really, no, he even looked like Muhammad Ali and was talented, super talented boxer and everything. And he still didn't get no clout off of that. He fought in the fairgrounds and they gave him, not to do that, they gave him $100.
Good enough.
They treated him just like he was just a regular dude when his father, his uncle brother, was one of the greatest boxers ever.
That's how it be. Let's go ahead and get 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. We're going to end it with this scripture, and then we're going to get ready to get out of here.
1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 1. For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh.
So we all know that Christ died on the cross and he suffered major for us in the flesh. Everybody knows about that. Continue on.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. Right. This scripture is really deep, man. And you really just have to stop and just think about what it's saying. Think about all the hell that Yahushua went through.
Right.
We have to go through that same hell as being like-minded. You see what I'm saying? It's suffering to cut off everything that you've been taught as far as Christianity and as far as holidays and America and voting and just all the garbage that's going on. Right. You have to cut it off, man. And to cut that off is what's being baptized in fire. That is hard to do. You've been eating pork your whole life. It's hard to just stop eating pork. Crab, chicken, lobster. That's hard to do. You've been smoking weed to deal with your anxiety and deal with your child rape and the child abuse. And you've been going to drugs and alcohol for that for so many years. And all of a sudden you got to stop. It's hard to do, man. Right. It's hard to do. But it was hard for Christ to go through the suffering that he went through. You see what I'm saying? So we can't make no goddamn excuses. Right. There's no excuses. There's no cowards in the I.S.U.P.K. There's no room for that. Right. There's no room for that. Christ had no excuse. He didn't want to do what he wanted. He said, if there's any other way, if not, GEN.YAHANNA, be done. Right. You can't have no excuses. You can't be a coward. Right. There's no room for that in here. Right. Man or woman. Right. There's no room for that in here. Right. Don't think just because you're a woman and these scriptures say that you're the weaker vessel, that you can come in this I.S.U.P.K and be weak. Because General Muhammad got something for your ass, if that's what you think. He got something for your ass, if that's what you think. That's not okay. It's not acceptable in here. A man or a woman. Period. You have to be a warrior. You have to be ready to go to war for your brother and for your sister. Right. And the war starts personal. It's cardinal. The personal of the war. Right. Stop doing the things that you accustomed to doing. Cut your flesh off. Start there. Right. And then become a brother and a sister to the brothers and sisters in our I.S.U.P.K. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's just the only way it has to be done. So just like Christ did that, we have to do that with the same mind. Continue on one. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of that.
Verse 2.
No, you still have verse 1. It says, for he that suffered.
For he that had suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin.
Period. See what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta suffer, man.
Right.
You gotta suffer the flesh.
Right.
Make your flesh suffer. Cut it off.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Alcohol is legal. It's lawful. But if you use it to get by, suffer.
Right.
Don't drink alcohol for 2 or 3 months.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and send your flesh through the ringer. You're gonna come out better for it. They say no pain, no gain. It's just like that in the workout. If you want to work out at the gym and you going home and you not sore the next morning and you just get up and you good, you ain't did shit. You should open your eyes and move your leg and hate every gym in America. And just hate every gym. And that's how you know you put that work in.
Right.
And that's how you're gonna get the results.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same way here, man. You gotta put the work in. You gotta see your flesh through hell.
Right.
You got to.
Right.
And you're gonna come out a better person for it. You're gonna come out not even a better person for yourself and for your brother. You see what I'm saying? When you build that strength to stop for yourself, now you build no strength that you can give to your brother and sister to help them stop and fight the demons of they mansions and stuff like that, man. We're doing barbecues. Other than that, I'm gonna have Officer Tarab come up here. We're gonna read these prayers and we're gonna get out of here. Come on this side. Hey, lift the camera. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta look at it. You gotta look at it and make sure it looks good.
I'm not.
You gonna move it? Oh, this is good.
Margie, upon knocking down, right to face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Bashamayim. Dash. Ka. How. Laka. Taba'a. Watazaka. Aisha. Baharatiza. Kawa. Bashamayim. Tanyanaw. Nakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalakna. Kawakina. Kasalakna. Kawakina. Wala'a. Tabayana. Anasaiwan. Abal. Awashana. Yan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Malakwa. Wa'al. Wa'atapar. Nawalayim. Aman.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Prayer for the blessing in Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushua. Barakallah.
What we just said was, the Lord in the name of Yahushua, bless us in Israel. The school. Bless Him, she'll protect. Loved ones. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. All right. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Listen to us now. Right now. Say he was a curse. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. That prophets. That teachers. That princes. That priests. The Israelite brothers. In the school. Say he was a curse. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose of treasure. The rich of Israel. That refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter to that sanctuary. So he was a curse. Punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. The nations. The drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalekites, synagogues, and armies. Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Subtitles. Militia. Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, Skinheads, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, master space program, army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Marines,
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
Airwaves.
Airways.
And cable access channels.
Cable access.
The radio channels.
Radio
To convict the spirit of any of our people.
Convict the spirit of any of our
That
people.
seek to stop us.
Seek to stop
And
us.
bring swift destruction.
Bring swift
To
destruction.
all the heathen.
To all the
That
heathen.
stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Try to stop us.
Try to stop
For
us.
broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your
Throughout the
word.
planet Earth.
Throughout the planet
They will
Earth.
saw the plagues.
All the
Cause
plagues.
to go to and fro. Throughout the earth and consume them.
Throughout the earth.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
For the plague in the house
And the murderer.
and the murder.
Whether how was shot.
And the other shall
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying
Come down
saucer.
with the flying saucer.
Punish all the heathen.
Punish all the
That
heathen.
come against us.
Come against us.
As we speak that word.
Speak thy word.
Cause we know by all.
Cause we know by
As
all.
the angel have done.
As the angels have
Cause
done.
we spread throughout the media.
Cause we spread throughout the
Throughout the
media.
whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause the shake of that coming.
Cause the shaking that
In
coming.
the name of I.S.U.P.K.
In the name of
Thank
I.S.U.P.K.
you always. We're gonna start our faces.
We gotta hunt down the laundry basket, but there's some cotton hands, but.